Do you know the kind of influence we have? Mercy Nandikalu, we have the kind of influence where if he's out today, tomorrow there's a governorship election, he can say, don't vote for Kelechi. About Kelechi don't go without, nobody go vote for Kelechi.
Some of our brothers, some of our Igbo brothers and sisters may not like this video, may not like this boy because of this video that he did about VeryDarkMan concerning what she said about our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I know that a lot of Igbo people love that man called VeryDarkMan. A lot of people love him so much. But let us tell ourselves the truth. Let us tell ourselves the truth. Just take out your time and listen to this our brother and see the kind of response that he responded to VeryDarkMan. So after watching this video like this, share your opinion in the comment section and tell me if what he's saying is true or not. Thank you, and may God continue to bless you. And I want to also tell our Igbo brothers that we should wake up and do the needful before these people come after us, because Nigeria government don't like Igbo people. Nigeria people hate Igbo people so much. So if you know that you are a Biafrans, do well to share this particular video so that other people can be able to watch this video. One love.
Do you know the kind of influence we have? Mercy Nandikalu, we have the kind of influence where if he's out today, tomorrow there's a governorship election, he can say, don't vote for Kelechi. About Kelechi don't go without, nobody go vote for Kelechi.
At this junction, your very dark man's stupidity must be addressed at all costs. First of all, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not an influencer. Or Hamadike Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not an influencer. When you talk of influencers, first of all, you start with people like Wizkid, Fino. He is not an artist. He is not an influencer. In case you don't know who he is, you must listen right now. He is a royal prince of a community called Afariku Ibeku. His father is a king. But it doesn't end there. His leadership, his royalty doesn't end there. It extended to the whole geographical area of the people of Biafra. The same way in the UK, United Kingdom, you have King Charles, who is like the president of the United Kingdom. The same way Iran's system of government is being organized, that is the same way Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in the southeast. He is not an influencer. You must have that in your back of mind. He is a leader, a supreme leader. He is not the leader by election. Same with King Charles of UK. King Charles of UK is not the supreme leader of the United Kingdom by an election. Therefore, you must correct yourself at all costs. He is not an influencer. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid at this point in time. Don't be silly.
He can say, don't vote for Kelechi. About Kelechi don't go without, nobody go vote for Kelechi.
Again, here, I hear you saying he has an influence in such a way that he can tell the people not to vote for so person. The same thing you are doing in this APC regime.
I just want beg una for something, I beg. See, my nails are on the ground. I beg, Nigerians, I beg. I beg. I beg. Muna no vote for APC where employ me. Please! No matter what you do, APC should not come back 2027.
You are telling Nigerians not to vote APC in. Now, what is the difference between what you are doing and what you claim Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did? What you are claiming over Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, what is the difference between what you are doing right now and what you are claiming over Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Why am I analyzing these things in such a way? I want Nigerians to understand how silly that young man, VeryDarkMan, sounds to me every blessed day. He is not educated. That is my own problem. He can be a criminal. I don't have any problem with that. But my problem is that he is not educated at all. He is not educated.
Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not holding Nnamdi Kanu. As a thank God, say una know say no be Tinubu even arrest him. Na Buhari arrest him. Na Buhari na arrest him. It was Buhari that arrested him.
Now listen to his statement. He said, thank God that it was not Tinubu that arrested him.
Thank God, Sef. Till now, no say no be Tinubu even arrest him.
Listen to his word. He said, thank God it was not Tinubu, that it was the former regime that arrested him. Now, he was passing two information here. Number one, he was jubilating. Thank God it was not Tinubu. Do you understand? Secondly, he was telling Nigeria how silly, how uneducated he is. Now, he's telling Nigerians, thank God it was not Tinubu that arrested him, but he is still in the jail. Why is he still in the prison? He is still in the prison because it is the same government, different regime, but it is the same government. Now, he have been able to tell Nigerians how silly, how dumb he is. I'm telling you before God and man, this your guy called VeryDarkMan is uneducated in every ramification. Now, let me give you an instance of what he just said. Now, let me show you how stupid he sounds. How stupid he keeps sounding before the whole world. For instance, Nigeria government attacked Ukraine. Or Ghana, let me use Ghana. Nigeria government attacked Ghana during the time of maybe Atiku. And after some time, we now have another president, maybe called Tinubu. And somehow you are telling the people of Ghana that it was not Nigeria that attacked you people. It was the previous regime that attacked you people. Now, do you see how stupid he keeps sounding to me every blessed day? And he keeps benefiting from it, because the more you keep dragging him, the more he remains at the spotlight. And this is what he has been doing, just to remain at the spotlight, getting verification and payments from these apps. I'm telling you before God and man. Now, who can tell me the difference between VeryDarkMan and Shaky Gumi? Who can tell me the difference between VeryDarkMan and Shaky Gumi? VeryDarkMan is the modern Shaky Gumi of our time. I'm telling you before God and man.
You don't politicize the whole thing. Oh, thank you, House of Rep. Thank you, Otukpo local government chairman. Thank you. Shut up your mouth. Shut up your mouth. Now they don't go on alive people.
You decrease. So, from the way the story tells, they now say they ambush one of them. What is it called? Fulani, their leader. I be their one of their ruler or something. They can't go arrest innocent people. Those people they call arrest, they call bail them come out. The people of Benue, the content creator of Benue, call they happy, say they bail the innocent people come outside. Fulani call say, so that they happy, they go bail them, They can't go on a life more than 50 people. Now you see to the video now. More than 50 people. So now you got a verse for Benue people say, why they do video? You know, your head not correct. That word that people they talk say, you know what they do so and not truth. Your head not correct. Does it count how many people, Fulani people that on a life for the Benue? When make that they happy say they release their innocent people, you can't tell them say that they're mad. What do you use the video mean? So now you the try now kofra fight. You the try tell us now say no the bandits so more rest you see come you be like many things that they enter your head lately. Now so you might be. Yes, now so you might be. Why you know they do many good things, many correct things, you go they fish everything they do correct. Now why won't just stand for that pole of say nobody is perfect? Because you have not seen the essence of this your video. So what are you saying? It says that therefore I'm like I'm not talking me from people no yo, I'm not talking they release them. Now what that kind of position you want me to do? I be how? I don't know why you got a insult and say that now you they mad. What are you saying, man?
VeryDarkMan is the current Shaky Gumi of our time. Now, the people we are happy over it, celebrating. And the Fulanis returned back and massacred a lot of them. And your VeryDarkMan, you think, and that your VeryDarkMan set up his camera, screaming at Benue people, why would they celebrate that? Now, Fulanis have come back, unalive them again. Now, denying their freedom of speech.
If in the next 4 days, the federal government are not able to bring these people out, we'll have no any other option than to actually do the first crowdfunding to get them out. We'll actually be the ones to negotiate with that terrorist to get those people out.
So I said Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the federal government should consider the request of the kidnappers or the terrorists that kidnap the children in Oyo State with their teachers. And some people are saying, oh, VeryDarkMan, why would you say something like that? 3 or 4 people should know that how would they release more terrorists because of the children or because of the teachers. Whether or not they release those terrorists in prison as a deal, there are still terrorists everywhere, you know. They are still everywhere. These people have a lot of members in the bushes. Nobody's stopping them anywhere.
I don't know how I'm going to explain this event for you to understand what is going on here. I don't know how else. You people are blind. I don't know how, especially the Igbo Ratels. I don't know how else to explain this particular event. I don't know how else to explain it. Instead of fighting the kidnappers, he is now after the Benue State's people that are just celebrating the release, the so-called release. They claim he is now attacking them instead of the kidnappers. He is now attacking the people. Hey, Chineke Nam, who did this to us? I'm asking, who did this to us? And some Nigerians, Chineke Nam. And some Nigerians are still blind because they left the message and focused on the messenger.
Guys, I think I got a problem. I think I got a serious problem. This Biafra issue runs deeper than one could think. Because why is it, I'm also driving in the UK, whenever I drive in the UK and I see any of these filling station, these gas stations, Shell BP gas stations, I just get angry. I get angry if you know about the Biafran war, if you know about the oil interest that Nigeria and Britain had on Biafra. You know, you understand. Shell BP, just there, sucking our blood, taking our money, just our resources, using us. That's the reason why they killed 6 million of our people. That's the reason why they starved our children, women, men. That's the reason why they bombed Onitsha market, our places. That's the reason why a lot of Igbos nowadays don't even think that they're Igbo, because they disorganized us. And Shell BP was a major, you know, a major corporation back then in Britain. That's the reason why Britain wanted to have one Nigeria, unified Nigeria. So whenever I'm driving around and I see Shell BP, I just kiss my teeth. And they're so present in this UK. They're so present to the point where I don't even go and fill up my car at Shell BP. Like, I'll blatantly go to another place, even if it's further away, just for me to get my gas or fuel, wherever it is. And I cannot just think that, like, you can say I'm brainwashed. It's not brainwashed. I'm just woke. I'm just woke. I can't see something that shows pain. Literally, when I see Shell BP, I think about the pain of Ndibo. I think about pain. I can't just go there. I can't go there. And I don't care if you're gonna attack me in the comments or you're gonna say what you want, but that's how I see it. I cannot bring myself to go to Shell BP to go and top up fuel or do anything there. Oh, Diego.